Hello, Knights, and welcome to Saturday. Some of you are going, oh my god, he actually called us Knights, and I'm saying, oh my god, I actually called you Knights. Now here's the thing. That's a joke. I don't actually plan on calling you Knights, at least not anymore. I read your comments, and I'll start off by saying that you guys are awesome. I released a video, and you guys just jumped on it. There was like tons and tons of comments. In fact, I'm still getting them, so I haven't had a chance to look at all of them, but I've read like 70 or 80 or something at this point. But I have to say thank you guys so much for caring so much about the vlog and about the situation at hand and giving me feedback on this. With that being said, you made it very clear of several things. For one, the majority of you still want to be called Stephenites. And I know that there's some of you who agree with me that Stephenites is a terrible name and we should come up with something else, but a majority of you still like Stephenites. However, a majority of you also agreed that Nites is a terrible name, and some of you said, you know, Stephenites we don't really like, but Nites is far worse, and most of you just said that Nites sucked in general, and that's fine, and I kind of agree, sort of. Many of you said you were indifferent, and maybe I'm more indifferent than hated. I don't really hate Nites. I don't think it's that bad. Some of you, and there were actually several of you that said that one of the reasons you didn't like Nites is that it didn't have enough syllables. It didn't roll off the tongue like Stephenites did. I guess that's something else. The one thing I wanted to say is I really appreciate the feedback you give me. The vlog and many of the decisions that happen in the vlog and my channels and YouTube in general is based on you guys. I want to know what you think, and I want to do what makes you guys happy, or at least the vast majority of you. I know it's impossible to please everybody, but it's very strange. So many of you want Stephenites, and there was one comment made by T-Bust, and he hit the nail on the head for what I was thinking. He said that Stephenites sounds narcissistic. Yes, that's what I should have said in yesterday's video. I feel very narcissistic when I call you guys Stephenites. That's the reason I don't like it, because it feels narcissistic. Now, we have a few options here. One, we can stay with Stephenites. It seems like a majority of you actually like it, so it probably wouldn't really be that big of a deal. Now, the problem with that is that I don't like it. And, I mean, I can certainly grin and bear it for you guys, but it's kind of bad when I'm calling you something. The creator of the vlog and the Let's Plays is calling you something that me, as a creator, doesn't even like. That's just kind of weird, and Mallory doesn't like it either, so neither of us like Stephenites, and neither of us have liked that forever. Obviously, Nites isn't any better, so what we need to do is we need to find a name for you guys, which was the subject of the vlog, like, God, almost a year ago or something like that, but it's true, we really need to figure this out. The way I see it, if we're not calling you Stephenites, or we're not calling you Nites, then we need to either call you a specified name that is relatable to the vlog and LPs, or we can just go super generic and say, hey everybody, and just not worry about it. Mallory even suggested calling you guys friends, just because I usually refer to you guys as friends, and I know a lot of you refer to me as a friend, and you say that I feel like a friend. And I'm cool with that. That would be fine. That could be a thing, starting the vlog with saying, hello friends. It would be cool to come up with something that fits both the vlog and LP channels, that is very specific and unique and not as generic as friends or everybody. The problem with that is, because I don't know if you guys are aware, I start every single episode of the LP and vlog episodes with Stephenites, with the word. So to try and come up with something that fits both channels almost assuredly has to have my name in it, and that's where it becomes narcissistic. So we need to come up with something that doesn't include my name, that, you know, hopefully would be applicable to both channels. As I always do, I will be checking the comments and reading them over and over and over again, as I did here, and there's actually still comments coming in, but I really love getting feedback from you guys. The vlog is fueled by, you know, what you guys think and what you guys say, so if you've got an idea, please write it down, because it will definitely be considered, and, you know, if we do get a handful of good ideas, then we'll have a poll. And that's what we had last time. That's how Stephenites got chosen, is because we had Stephenites and some other things, and everyone chose Stephenites. So I'm really interested to see what you guys say, and you know what, we might just stay with Stephenites, but it would be something I would really like to change. So, as I said, if you got an idea, leave it below, but now let's get off the subject of Stephenites and Nites, etc. Anyway, in non-Night related news, me and Mal spent most of the evening working on the cube, and that's a pile of cards that will be in the cube. We just got to figure out which cards are going to be in there. It's getting there. It's going from lots of cards into a smaller amount of cards. Eventually they'll be down to 360 cards, which is the amount of cards needed for an 8-player game. Will we ever have 8 players? My God, I doubt it. However, by having more cards in the cube, it'll make it so it's more random, so we can keep playing with the same cube and we won't get bored of it anytime soon. And for you people who don't give a crap about Magic, which is probably at least half of you, we are having someone come stay with us, which is pretty interesting. They're coming not this weekend, but the next weekend, so like 12 days or something like that. And I'm not going to say who it is, but I will say it's a fairly special guest. And I'll also tell you it's not Alex, because the entire comment section is going to be like, it's Alex, Alex is visiting. Alex is not visiting. Alex is very busy. He is a game designer. I don't know if I said that. Alex got hired. And I think I'm allowed to say that. Alex is actually a legit game designer now. He works. Like, he was doing an internship, and the company hired him. So he is doing game design right out of college, which is awesome. And before you ask what game he's working on, don't bother. I do know, but I can't tell you. I will tell you that the game ships soon-ish, and as soon as it does, and it's on store shelves, I will let you guys know what it was. But it is, I mean, it's a real title, so that was cool. I remember when he told me, it was like, wow, I know what that is. So I will tell you guys whenever it comes out. I'm not going to tell you guys when it comes out, but once the game is out, I'll tell you that he worked on it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm going to spend a little more time trying to figure out the cube tonight, and hopefully by the end of next week, I will have the cube completed, at least the first draft, because it's going to take play testing to get the thing narrowed down to where we want it. But I'm going to ask you guys to try and help me out with this Nites Nonsense, and if you come up with any ideas, please do not hesitate to write them in the comments of this video, because I will be keeping up and reading them, and I basically just need your help if you've got any ideas. I want to know your opinion on the whole generalization thing, just calling you guys everybody, your friends, or just keep Stephen Nites forever, I don't know. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for helping me out last time, and thank you guys in advance for helping me out today. And let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?